first one to be exposed. Are they gonna take the Akai away? I mean, it's a valid pick for Kyrie still, but no, they take away the Faramis, knowing that the Valentina is not in the picture.
Is to trick.
Does onic want to show DEWA how it's done or something, right? Because this was the picks that DEWA went for in game number 1. Faramis and the Arleth.
So a different game plan already. I don't know if they want us to pull up the Assassins, but yeah, still 3 bans to Sans now. The Angela, the Loi, and the Valentina. But it kind of hurt themselves. Right, it's not Faramis picked up.
But Suns, I think, again, even though the setter is usually Keyboy and the big carry, the big flashy person is usually Kyrie, I think Suns really is one of the core elements in Onyx's game plan in general. Not for DEWA though. Again, seeing the clumping nature of the Faramis, they went for the Terizla, taking away from Ludpi, having a strong, solid front line, the same way that Ludpi used in game number 1, they can use in game number 2 right here. And they have the Akai with the Mathilda, so even more security for the jungle if they really want to go for the contest and pick only strategy. But they have to be careful, because now a lot of teams are transitioning from going only for the objective to really going for the punish afterwards.
Right.
Oh, there we go.
Whoa.
Welcome! Kai Ling? What's his name? Have you made one up for him yet?
Kai Ling?
Kai Ling?
No, how do you not know this? Arashi knows it.
What is
Arashi.
it? Arashi, what is it?
Samsung Ling, guys!
Oh
Yes!
my god!
That's the Kyrie Ling, Samsung Ling, guys!
Took me a
I have
moment.
not heard that in so long.
Exactly, I also forgot. I'm like, wait a minute. What? Do I know it?
Ling.
Samsung Ling, guys.
Signature.
Well,
Okay.
there you go. Signature Samsung Ling for Kyrie.
Say it right.
Samsung
No.
Ling, huh?
Kai! For Kyrie!
Oh, but like, that's your thing.
No, that's just Kai.
Okay.
He's just
Okay.
Kai.
Please don't start.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
You were talking about being careful for DEWA. And another thing that I really wanted to point out was these 3 heroes that they picked up, they have huge crowd control. But depending on how they utilize it, it can actually be a double-edged sword for Terizla and the Akai.
Right, I guess the synergy isn't quite there. If the Terizla gets a massive penalty zone, obviously the heavy speed can't really follow up properly. But I guess in the jungle though, if it is in a tight spot, then you can push.
Then it works.
Yeah, you can follow up by pushing everyone that's been collected by the penalty zone towards a wall. But I have to just wonder what's the plan here to try and deal with the Ling, right? Because Ling and all the other assassins have been tweaked a bit, lower energy cost. And I believe now the Finch Poise is a bit different. It shares cooldowns, the active portion and the jumping portion. So we'll have to see again. Kyrie has already showed that he can play massively, but it will be enough if DEWA try and find some kind of single target crowd control to try and slow him down.
Good question. And this is a good comment too. Why was DEWA, I'm assuming that was the question, why was DEWA able to win against onic in leg number 1? CW comments because Drian is a veteran and he's the only one with 2 MSC trophies.
That's true. I think he's the only player.
But did he play?
He did. First
This?
MSC.
The second one?
Your
Yeah,
question was, did he play?
fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. We have a Vexana ban though by onic.
It is a good ban, especially if you want to clump together, right? And especially when you have mobile heroes that want to be slippery. Again, the grip, the first skill, the Terrify from Vexana, it comes up very fast. It's a wide projectile, so it's quite annoying to deal with. And of course, Eternal Guard can deter the rest of your team in a proper 5v5. So hey, taking it away makes sense, but they're leaving open the Lilia that has been banned by DEWA in game 1 to try and deny that from denying the Netherrealm.
I am the power of light incarnate.
Kaja has been a pick that Onic has been going for. I mean, yesterday in the first game as well was Loi, Kaja, Ling. No Loi to play with the Kaja to get those angles like we've seen from Yehezkiel and Yaoi. And then yesterday from Sans and Yehezkiel and the world champion.
Who?
Keyboard? No. Okay, Onic. Let's talk about Onic, man. I honestly feel like the Arnold will still be utilized as flex here. If they want to go for a safe choice, I would say Claude is still a very, very good option to go for now that they banned a ton. If not Claude, what? Carry?
Claude or Carry? I mean, both are valid, but I'm wondering if both teams want to consider some kind of security measure. Glue.
Yeah.
Already picked up for onic. No Faramis counter available for this glue. But again, for the gold lane, do they want to get more damage or do they want to get survivability?
Sorry.
Because for both teams, they can just keep diving out into the gold lane.
Does this glue still work even after the nerf?
It's actually about a tweak, right? So you can't regen. Now the glue that you pick up from the ground, it heals you more when you actually hit heroes with it, but only heroes. So you can't really heal from minions, you can't really heal from other sources, but in the middle of a big team fight or a 1v1, you have more weight to swing around, so that's the big difference.
So are you saying, Arashi, that it's only a nerf to the low-skill players?
Oh!
Because if you were good enough, you'll land it on heroes and you'll get that benefit.
Maybe you can say it's a nerf towards the more passive players, right? Aggressive
So
players
skill
who
issue.
always want
So
to
skill
go.
issue.
Yes, skill
Immediately.
issue, technically. But for DEWA, Novaria has been a known way to deal with dive compositions, slowing them all down, pulling the Astral Meteor that everyone have to walk through. But it's gonna be the old Bruno we haven't seen in a long, long time.
Nova pick. Nova and a lane. Interesting.
Yeah, that's a risky pick. They don't have anyone to really... I mean, they do have cover. They have Matilda, so maybe they're relying on the cover. But you know, if it wasn't for that Claude pick, if they would pick something like Carry or if they went for Bruno, I honestly feel like that would have been a good angle to pick up a CW signature that we haven't seen in a long time. My signature too. The
Wan
Melissa.
Oh,
But Melissa got nerfed, right?
She's still aight.
Okay.
She didn't get nerfed in this match. She got buffed in the last match. Like before this match.
But the model's placement is different this
Skill
time,
issue.
right? Okay, okay. It's a skill issue, so let's see the skill issues with... No, I can't bridge it like that. I can't bridge it like that. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the land of dawn. Can the Sky Kings go 2-0 and put the gods to their knees? We'll see in this game, DEWA versus onic.
Welcome to Mobile
also
Legends.
bad. No purifies. Both teams just out for blood. But look at Onyx emblems, man. Quantum charge on 4 players. They're trying to go for speed. And they're going to go for a bit of, I guess, regeneration. Seems like it's going to be a scrappy kind of game plan for the side of Onyx. For the side of DEWA United, it's a bit more generic. Watt, though, has a quantum charge, and so does Drian. So we can look at the Matilda for that early game, pesky 1v1 play. Look at Kimura, though. Hang on.
Yeah. This is what I was actually talking about. Wait, Kimura, you might be forced to flicker here, and he does flicker. He gets the guiding wind too. But yeah, I was talking about this too, by the way, like after the patch, when I was reading it on stream. Now that Glue has that, Terizla won't actually bully the Glue if they go all in. It's like beneficial to the Glue.
Stronger all-in is definitely in the picture for that tweak for Glue. Here's the emblem by GameSnacks though. Like we mentioned, everyone with a quantum charge for the side of Onyx except for Luthi with the baseline. But the Wilderness Blessing here for Sans and Keyboy hitting again. It's gonna be a lot of roaming, a lot of fights. CW going for the tenacity, not the weapon mastery, playing it safe, not being greedy with the damage output, knowing that he still will be trying to withstand a lot of damage coming in from Watt and also Drian potentially, depending on how these fights start playing out.
Okay. For the moment, we do see that Drian is trying to be everywhere at once. Trying to help out Kimura in the lane because you mentioning it looks like Kimura is having a little bit of trouble compared to last time around when he was on the Arlet. But now the turtle has already spawned. Kimura trying to clear that lane as fast as possible in order to have a say in this next crucial objective.
Gary engaged on already. This is how you beat an Akai poke. And Gary's zone for now. They need to bait out the heavy spin if they want to give Kyrie more space to play. And Drian is next in the chopping block for that poke. Kimura taking this angle in the mid lane. Harry, you've seen the Finch poise retry. Ludwig's trying to buy some time, trying to get some space onto Gary. Trying to force a heavy spin as well, and the heavy spin does get committed down, but it doesn't look like onic even wants to go for it. They're just going to go for the purple buff as Drian disengages. It's 1-0.
Interesting. Kyrie actually had a level lead.
Oh.
But okay, very fancy feat there. Wait a second. Is Keyboy okay?
Final slash missing. Kimura, one last shot. Oh no, the penalty zone! Not connecting, but he does flicker to follow through with the damage to take Mr. Boy down. And Ludwig might be next. 2 swings. One last swing should do it. Slam, pass, gets him out. And now Ludwig is forced under his turret with very low HP. Sans and Kyrie wants to continue the action on the other side of the map, chasing a Kage, chasing an ex-player of onic. But Drian gets out with a cheeky flicker.
Not enough damage for now, but as we saw in game number 1, once the power spikes start rolling through for onic, they will can't really get away with plays like that. So it's only in the early game where they can really abuse the situation, but Kyrie, smooth criminal here, just sneakily going at Gary, trying to punish the fact that DEWA are just focusing on the EXP lane, and Ling, right? The Ling isn't exactly pressured at all right here, even though Drian has been trying his best to really meddle with that farming pattern for the Ling.
Nope. Kyrie's still a level ahead. And it was interesting why they didn't even go for the contest. What are they planning here? Are they looking for more pickoffs instead? Do they not want to play the objectives? How does the Akai do against the Ling with the steals? But wait a minute.
Two-man circling Eagle into the guiding wind. That's why it's so annoying here. Oh! CW almost solo killing Watt up top. Now is DEWA. Look for initiation. Gary mounted on by the glue. Gary with a heavy spin, not able to find the purple buff, but actually gets slain instead. Now Ludwig is chasing them down, and Drian is forced to use the guiding wind defensively. They don't even get the purple buff away from onic.
Oh, Keyboy. Classic Keyboy being over-aggressive. Drian tries to go for something more here. Probably won't be enough, but the HP burst low for Keyboy. It means that onic will have a chance to be aggressive here, but Drian says otherwise. But without Watt in the picture, are they still gonna try and risk this?
Ooh. So personal. It's been so personal for Drian. Constantly trying to harass Kyrie, even from game number 1. And for Watt, he hasn't been having a great time either against CW. But Keyboy, does he want to go for this?
Final flash ready for members. Real better Astro Echo. Now Kyrie is on the wall. That's heavy spin, but Kyrie is still on the wall right now. Gary, beautiful retry to get it done now as Drian is all alone. Now, split onto Kimura, bouncing him up. The penalty zone canceled some way, but he now is able to find it in the end. Kyrie jumping to the back as well. Keyboy goes for the aggro tank, but no, it's still Kyrie who's tanking it up. He still tanks it up and gets the additional healing from that kill to Finch Poise out to safety.
Beautiful there. 2-0 despite DEWA being able to get the neutral objective with a kill trait plus a turret. Is it still really worth it for DEWA?
Ooh. I think for DEWA, it's just how they have to go and play this game, right? With the Akai, you have to go for this neutral objective. That's the main value that the Akai does provide. So in a way, they are locked into this playstyle, and it's the only thing they can influence is what they do afterwards or before, and Gary goes for the purple.
Pulled out with the Shadow Stampede though. Kyrie looking for attempts. No, it's Gary. Beautifully done with a heavy spin. Just gets the retry. Cancelled out the Defiant Blades from Kyrie to get closer.
Well, now with the energy cost kind of reduced for Kyrie on the Ling, no, it's not really as devastating technically to lose your purple buff. It's definitely a big factor. But if you look at the gold, he's still ahead here. Farming more efficiently, still smoothly stealing a lot of camps from Gary as much as possible. He's actually building a bunch of components and not finishing a single item right here. 4 keys though in the mid lane, going for the Necklace of Durance, means that in these big fights that Netherrealm might not be nearly as good as onic can predict. They're going for the bottom side turret.
Are they gonna get it? It's a 3v2 situation. I don't think they're going to go for the commit. It looks like Drian might be looking for a flank here.
But I don't think we want to commit onto Keyboy with that heavy spin. Oh, and cancel the guiding wind with the Stampede. Okay, both teams disengage again. And those components, it wasn't just a bunch of components, it was on the way to an endless battle. He didn't finish the boots, but he's on the way to endless.
Still not completing it just yet, but Rian with the plus of the Oasis now. That's a big power spike for the team fight prowess for DEWA United. But now with the middle turret taken away for onic, they're actually not having a lot of control right here. DEWA still has the quote-unquote edge, but Kyrie is one level ahead, so we'll see if Ludpi can just zone him away.
Oh, like we mentioned, it's getting personal here. The Stampede brings him back. One more ball, and Sans with the Ghost Pursers takes Drian down. onic continue on towards Gary. Endless battle built up already. Now Gary full all in, but the penalty zone hits on the 3. CW with the dash forward, but Gary already using the heavy spin will not have a say for the third turtle. Meanwhile, Kimura all alone. CW with another slight tackle forward. Wants to go for it, but is caught under that turret. Kyrie, now on the cage, jumping over the Divine Blade, onto Kimura as well. Has the Tempest Blaze, one more shot is all he needs, and he gets it with the Tempest Blaze. Gets out of the Divine Blade as well. What now? Pops in the Blazing Duet with Ludpi. Is able to flicker out. Gary has the headbutt, can go in. A circling eagle. Ludpi pressing in. The split. Keyboy running away, but gets shot down by Kaze.
They're turning it around. DEWA United, slowly but surely, right? Because even though it seemed like onic were dominating, I mean, which they kind of were, Watt was not standing idly by. He was able to get the turret in the top side. He had a lot to say in terms of fear in the mid as well. And so he's still farming up a storm. And despite what it seems like it's looking, they still need to respect that possible damage output coming in from Watt, exactly the way that they needed to respect CW in game number 1. But we do have a fun fact here by GoPay. Sans tops the charts as the most frequent user of Faramis in MPL ID S13 with 7 times picked and a win rate of 57.14%. The question is, will that win rate falter in this particular game?
From the looks of it, onic still has a bit more of an advantage when they want to on how they really want to have these fights play out, but they have to be careful not to overstay. The fact that they were going so deep right there, and Kyrie was forced to use so much to secure a kill on, again, tankier members here, not the backline members. It's just not what the league was built for. And because of that, DEWA can really counter back and kind of trade back the loss through objectives by chasing them back afterwards. Especially when they're up against Novaria with all the slows and long distance utility. You want to be careful with how they exit the fight, right? Not just how they enter it.
What? How is he doing now in farm? He just picked up a 1, right?
Yep.
He already has his golden staff. Are we waiting on something else? Or is he ready for these team fights? Because we saw in that particular team fight he was ready, but now they're going to be clumping up again. Is he going to be really ready against onic this time?
Ideally, he wants to have a corrosion sight on top of those 2 items, but with Wind of Nature prioritized earlier, going up against a Bruno, an Arlott, and a Ling, it's probably the better situation. Even though you don't get as much quote-unquote damage, you still get more damage in because you have more utility that allows you to move forward more aggressively. I think that's the mindset behind the itemization. And if he comes in for a fight right here, I think that DEWA aren't that far behind to go for an all-out fight.
2 levels ahead, by the way, Kyrie. Damage dealt still number 9, but this is kind of
1v1?
take 1v1 up top. But this is also a problem. Maybe that's why Claude was also picked up by DEWA, or sorry, by onic in game 1 to deny that side lane pressure, because he can actually match the lane.
And it looks like you're right. Kyrie doesn't go for it.
Yeah.
Watt instantly back with full health. He's going to be able to rotate now to the neutral objective fight. How does Kyrie want to play this?
Seems like he was rotating to the top side, trying to save the turret, but it will go down. onic already let go of a single turret. I think they're ready for a play.
He went.
Beautiful final slash, but it's not just a kill just yet. Kyrie jumps into the back, finds the assassination. Circling eagle to lane, and Kyrie will get another round to help him out. But Ludpi is isolated from the team now. Pops his split onto Watt. Trying to go for the mount right now as Sans goes to follow it up as well. Kyrie very low. Ludpi trying to run for the hills right now as Watt continues this chase with a battle mirror image and the full stacks on the little glues of the split. Ludpi with the slam, or no, just a pass earlier. 3-man final slash into the vengeance, but not enough to take anyone down. Sans getting peeled by Keyboy. Kimura going forward again, connecting on the Sans, and CW goes in for a mid-wave and gets tier 1 in the mid lane down. Rian very low. Photo there. Keyboy with the stun. Keyboy with the chase, but Keyboy getting melted down as Kyrie picks up a kill back. 1 for 1 to Mathilda for the Arlets, but Ludpi also fell, so 2 for 1.
But they got a lot of towers as well. Kyrie was able to push the 2nd tier turret, and Bruno was able to get that mid-side turret. So All in all, who do you think that was worth it for?
I think it's worth it for onic, but now, if because of that fight, they lose out in this Lord and they get taken away from them, might be bad.
Gary's low, top of the blades coming down, and Gary still gets it! Despite being 2 levels down. What a save from Gary.
Last minute retribution with his last breath. Gary showing again why the Akai is a signature pick for him. And he was able to just get that retry out, and now with that Lord taken, all those turrets that they lost, trying to ensure that they have control, trying to secure that Lord, it can be equalized right here, depending on how they want to play it out. They have good siege, good utility, good front line as well. So when it comes to just taking the turrets down, I think they can do a pretty good job. It's only on Kyrie here to really go for a split and try and put pressure on the other side of the map and force DEWA to split apart so that they can't just group up around the Lord and use it as a 6th member. If you look at the items right here, BOD and Endless Battle completed for Kyrie. 4k gold advantage. Definitely nothing to scoff at. But of course, now Croatian side is completed for Watts, so everyone from the side of onic needs to be careful with how they play this out.
Some minions Keyboy got there. Using Vengeance to go back. Look, he's very low! But look at Drian, he actually got forced all the way back to the circle. Oh, Shadows haven't seen it. Pete and the Ghost Bursters as well. But now the realm won't be depleted. Kimura with a penalty zone to the back. But it's traded again. What happened in that team fight now? Kai with the assassination in the back. Keyboy hunting him down. K's falling to Kyrie with no purple buff. A desperate heavy spin from the Panda. In a 1v3, a retribution to run away. Kyrie with the chase now, with the fine plays, and with the energy, it doesn't need as much, and now, Keyboy, final slash, Gary still running, now good pass, just immobilize it for a bit, but Gary is able to escape still, and Kyrie gets the purple buff of DEWA.
He survives after that entire great escape. He survives that, and now he's actually been able to buy a little bit more time for DEWA to properly defend this, and not in a 1v5 situation.
Good threaten from the side of DEWA to really push back onic, especially Drian with the circling eagle. That's the value there. You don't know if he's going in or just threatening it. But everyone up from the side of DEWA, onic will back away, but that was definitely a massive sequence of events for them, especially with DEWA just rushing in to try and go for more value there, despite the fact that they were holding control. Now losing all the turrets except for their base turrets, they still have the advantage of having taken one base turret away from onic. So the macro game can still be played around, but with Kyrie just going out of control right here. Oh, he might be walking into a trap though.
Not again. Whew. Okay. Whew. All right. Didn't want to see the same thing twice, but you know, despite the inhibitor turret being given for DEWA, the problem is the Lord is spawning on that side.
That's the big value, the big benefit that onic has right now. They can still have good control over the wave, and all the other lanes are still pretty secure. I mean, Kyrie is waiting to see if DEWA is laying a trap for him yet again. And it's one of the ways you can deal with it. And with a Mathilda and Claude, there's definitely enough utility and damage to really catch him off guard if he doesn't really prepare his escape routes, his skills in the right situation. But now look at Gary, so low.
Kimura wants to continue the poke. I think it was 3 total shots, 2-man penalty zone, but there's no follow-up. Kimura is isolated from the team, and Drian only now is he bringing Watt to the team. DW pops him from nature now, tries to go for the side tackle, but Watt takes him out. The Netherrealm was a bit late. Now Kyrie in the back also, look at McKay's, who still is able to pop in the winner truncheon, and now it's going to be Watt who picks up a double kill. Now on the Kyrie who picks up a divine blade and gets out just in time with the bench poised. Watts, Thomas, oh, he finds a shutdown. What happened? How did Kai die? Anyways, it's Watt with a triple kill. Watts going for more, the veteran from MPL Season 1, demolishing onic in Game 2.
This is huge! This is a big turn of events for DEWA on the back of DEWA, and now they're going for more.
Circling Eagle on the Sans, Watt coming down again, oh, Sans dead. That's an unofficial savage already for Watts.
Oh!
And Case picks up the final kill to wipe the Sky Kings out and to bring us to game number 3.
Won a team fight! Won a team fight! Where Watts was able to weave in and weave